Two. One.
Do I just start?
You should introduce yourself.
I just
Okay. Unmute. Oh, she unmuted.
Hello. Oh, I don't hear you.
Hello?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay.
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Hello, my name is Amari, and I'll be
Nice,
interviewing you and Jessica today.
nice to meet you, Amari. Yeah, I was wondering if Jess is also a part of this. Yes, I'm so happy. How's your day going?
It's going okay. I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah, me too. I like how the nervousness goes both ways.
All right, so before we start, I want to just check to how to produce you guys' names.
Hi.
So is it Mitra Shahidi?
It's Mitra.
Mitra, I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries.
Shahidi.
That's fine.
And then Jessica Hyde?
Height, yeah.
Heights. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. The D throws everyone off.
Mitra Shahidi and Jessica Hyde. Okay.
Hi, I'm here with Amari. I'm Clyde. Clyde Anderson. I'm Clyde Anderson Media. I don't know if you can barely see me. I'm here
Hi,
to.
Clyde.
Yeah. Hi. How y'all doing? I was the
Good,
one
how are you?
doing the communications with the both of y'all for the interview. Amari is a part of the Clyde Anderson Media brand, and we're doing this interview for Tribeca Film Festival. So I want her to get more experience, and I have her do the interview so she can be out in the society with the media.
Awesome.
Love it.
Well, we're excited.
Okay.
You ready?
So, yeah. So
Won't you thank them and then introduce like you're doing this with Tribeca?
yeah, okay.
All right.
So again, thank you guys for being here. And again, my name is Amari Nobles, and I'm covering for the Tribeca Festival under Cam Media. And what is
Just introduce you. Start from there.
we have here?
You start the questions and you introduce yourself, and then you say their name, and then you talk about the film, and then you do the questions.
Okay, so we have here Mitra Shahidi and Jessica Height, and they are the filmmaker and producer of the short film Starling that will be shown at the Tribeca Festival this June. Starling is a short 2D animated film set in the 90s in Istanbul of director Mitra Shahidi's childhood. The film was inspired by the loss of Shahidi's childhood friend in 2018, and movingly captures the essence and emotion of that loss. So, Mitra, your first question. So, congratulations on your selection in the Tribeca Festival. And so, can you talk a little bit more about your creative process and directing Starling?
Yeah, so the process worked in a way where we teamed up with Jess pretty early on, and I just started storyboarding it for 2 or 3 years before we started production. And creatively, we went back and forth a lot, trying to like craft the story to make it very clear. We tried very intentionally to keep like the emotion real of the film, but the tone joyful. So we basically we worked the way we normally work at our day jobs, which is working at Pixar Animation Studio. So I do storyboards. Jess is a manager. So we basically kind of teamed up and started doing the same process, but in our own smaller scale. Just, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. We after about 3 years, I'd say of sort of trying to sort out the story, and Mitra was working with an editor, and we had our production designer on, sort of coming up with the look of the film. At that point, we decided that it was time to actually start production, which in animation means that that's when the bulk of the film happens, and you have to bring on a bazillion people. So we started that, I think, October of 2022. Well, I don't even know what year it is, 2021. And we brought on our animation soup, Holger Lehigh, who works with us at Pixar, and our director of photography, Andy Jimenez. And the two of them really started coming up with the plan for both how we're going to approach animation and also the look of what the shots are going to be, and sort of how we can do it really efficiently. And then we started reaching out to animators and artists sort of all around the world, which was kind of amazing. So we had about 70 people on the crew, and we would meet over Zoom at 8 a.m. was kind of when we found was, for us, Pacific time was the time that we felt worked for the most people, because we had some that were in Asia, and we had us over in California. And so it was really hard. A lot of people that were based in Europe. So it was really fun and inspiring, and we got to work with a lot of artists and animators from Turkey that brought a real sense of authenticity to it. And as they were drawing stuff, I can let Mitra speak more to that, but it was really just exciting to start to have the crew come together. And then that took about it was about a year and a half or so, and then we finished it just this last April. So,
well, congratulations. So
thank you.
the next question I have is for Jessica. So what was your vision in producing Starling?
Oh, I think my vision was to sort of have Mitra's vision be to be able to really allow her to tell the story that she wanted to. Once we started producing, it was really about, we wanted everybody to feel like they had a certain amount of ownership of the piece, and that they were trying to create a sense of community. And because everybody was volunteering their time, we were also very conscious of that, and trying to be extremely respectful of everyone's time and talent. And so we tried to create a space where people could learn from each other, and sort of wanted to hear everybody's feedback on the process as we were going. So I think it was a really generous space that people seem to enjoy being a part of. So
It does sound like a very good working space where you're working with a bunch of different people.
yeah, thank you. It was nice.
So this question is for Mitra. Why was it important for you to capture your memories of your childhood in Istanbul in this short film?
I don't really see Istanbul represented in animation specifically. And because we the storytellers that are necessarily in the animation field, I don't necessarily have been witnessing that. And they always say, draw from what you know. And that was also what I do know really well. Like, I know exactly how Istanbul looks like as a kid. And this is also the place that my friend grew up, and movie is dedicated to. So I wanted to it's a combination of, I wanted to see more of this on screen. I wanted it to be truthful to our childhoods. And I also wanted to highlight some amazing Turkish artists that are doing amazing work, and I wanted to collaborate with them.
So just like more representation and everything.
Yeah, more just to see our streets, on screen.
So this question is for Jessica. So as a producer, what are some of your tools that you use in producing a short film such as Starling?
Well, I think the biggest piece that I learned in this was when we started, because like I said, everybody was a volunteer. We were very much, we'll do this on your schedule, and no pressure and no deadlines. And I think what we learned throughout the process was that people actually responded well to having a little bit of structure and deadlines. So once we started saying, here's what we would hope from the shot, like, we'll give you 3 months. If that doesn't feel right now, then maybe this isn't the right time to take on a shot. And so once we started working, I think in that way, it really became I think the process really was served by it, and I think the artists really appreciated it as well, so that they knew what the structure was that they had to work within. In terms of tools, it was like actual software tools. It was just a lot of Google Sheets, so many Google Sheets, and so much. We used Box a lot to transfer files between people, and that became a really easy way of allowing artists that didn't work in Pixar to be able to put their files up, and we could all look at them, and it was so those in terms of software tools, I think were the biggest. I didn't use Shotgun or any of those for this.
Okay. So this question is for both of you guys. What was the feeling when Starling was selected to be played during Tribeca Festival this year?
Well, I called Jess, which is usually we text. We don't necessarily call each other. I called Jess and we kind of squealed on the phone together. We were very excited. It was such an honor to be selected for this festival. And especially when we heard Whoopi Goldberg chose it, we were like, excuse me, we didn't even know she was supposed to select a short in Tribeca. I was not very aware of that. So hearing her name, I'm such a fan. I was just like, I can't believe. First of all, she watched it and she selected. And yeah, so what was it for you, Jess?
I mean, when we thought about where we wanted the film to premiere, Tribeca was, we sort of like we finished our film so that we could submit to Tribeca. Like it was a work in progress when we submitted it, but like we got it to a place that we felt confident with specifically so that we could submit here. So it was like absolutely our number one goal was to get this film in Tribeca. So when that actually happened, it was, yeah, there was, as Mitra said, there was a lot of squealing, a lot of like jumping up and down. We can't believe it happened.
Sounds
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last question I have for you both. What's the feeling that you want all those who view Starling to leave with? So how do you want them to feel while watching it?
I don't necessarily have a goal in mind of like I want them to feel this certain way. I was just trying to express how I felt. And I have had some feedback from people that they've taken away from the movie things I didn't really have in mind. So I'm very open to that. And I think that if somebody walks away feeling joyful about the life that their loved one lived, and about the fact that they're not really gone, and if they can if it helps them process even a tiny little bit that feeling of longing, then this movie has achieved its goal. Like I said, some people take things from it that I didn't set out to do, and that's also beautiful. So I don't necessarily have a goal.
Do you have any feelings about it, Jessica?
Oh, just to echo what Mitra said, it's like if it, if it allows anybody just to sort of tap into something that they're feeling themselves, like I think that's what we were, that's the goal of the film, is just to allow them to feel or express something that they weren't able to otherwise. So.
Yeah, all right. So thank you both, Mitra and Jessica, for the interview. My name is Amari Nobles, and I was covering Tribeca Festival under Cam Media.
Thank you, Amari. Thank you for today.
Thank you so much, Amari. And thank you, Clyde.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course.
Will we see you on, I guess,
Saturday.
tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow.
Saturday.
Wow. Okay.
Saturday evening, correct? Yes. I take
Excellent.
care. Y'all be blessed.
Have a great one. Safe
You
travels.
too.
Bye.
Bye.